Hi Neetu. Hi. Now I can see the comment. Hi. Okay, let's wait for a few more people to join in. It's only you at the moment. Yep, I can see people coming in. I think we should wait for a few more minutes, Neetu. What do you say? Hi Jigyasa. Hi Indu. Hi Bhavna. Good evening. Right. So, shall I begin, Neetu? Okay, sure. Right. Hi, everyone. I would like to start this live with a small note of gratitude. So, this is for Neetu. Thank you so much, Neetu, for letting me do this live on your group, for giving me the opportunity to be here, and also giving me a free hand to do the event as I would like to do it. Thank you so much, Neetu. Thank you for this. So, a little introduction about myself. I am Kumud Gandhi, and I have been practicing spirituality since almost 8 years now. I was a corporate professional for almost 15 years, and but I was always inclined towards spirituality, and I have been practicing it for about 8 years now. And I am a life coach. I am an energy healer and trainer, and a numerologist. When we talk about energy healing, I follow various healing modalities, which includes Reiki. I'm a Reiki Grandmaster. I do Theta healing. I work with angels. I work with crystals. I also do angel card reading. I'm a certified Ho'oponopono practitioner. And also, I do certified courses for Reiki, Ho'oponopono, angel healing, and numerology. So if you wish to, connect with me for any of the courses, if you wish to, learn any of these healing modalities, you can always connect with me. My number is 9910927669. Right, and you can also visit my website, which is www.adorn-life, adorn-life.com. Right, so right, today we are going to talk about angel healing. So, welcome everyone to the world of angels. I'm sure you must have heard about angels, and um, when we hear the word angels, what first comes to our mind is, a beautiful figure with a white robe, probably a magic wand in the hand, and angel wings. So this is what we think about as what angels are. But basically, when we talk about angels, they are non-dimensional beings which do not have any physical form. But what happens is, human mind, we always need logic for everything. So when we talk about any form, any god or angel or universe, these are all pure divine energy. But since our human mind does not interpret anything without a physical form, it's very difficult for us to, connect with something without a form. So we generally give a certain physical form to a being. So similarly with angels, although they are, non-dimensional beings in the spiritual realm, but we do give them a form by, thinking about them with angel wings and, things like that. Now, angel healing is a very, very hierarchy. I think you need to check your audio at your end. Anyways, I hope I'm audible. Right, thanks Neetu. Okay, so what is angel healing? Angel healing is a very, very powerful healing technique where we work with the energies of the angels. We connect with the angels, and through their divine healing power, their healing energies, we heal our problems, problems of our friends, family, relatives, or whoever. Now, when we talk about angels, how do we connect with them? We will come to that. And when we talk about angels, there are lots of angels, thousands and millions of angels all around us. Even now when we are sitting, there are angels around you. But, you will say we can't see them, we don't know how they look, we don't know how can we, feel their presence. We'll all come to that how, you can communicate with them. So angels, there are millions of angels around us, and they all love us unconditionally. They are here to help us, guide us. They are here to assist us in, whatever problems we have, whatever guidance we need from them in our lives. They are always there for us. Now, when we talk about guidance, when we talk about angels, every human being has been provided with a guardian angel by God, by universe, by divine power. So we all have a personal guide, you can say, in the form of a guardian angel. There could be one guardian angel, there could be two, there could be more than two as well. So these guardian angels are there with us from the time that we are born till the time that we leave this planet Earth. Okay, sure, Rakhi. So these guardian angels, they are here again to help us, guide us. Now, the main motive for these angels the main motive for them is to ensure that we are all safe. So what happens is, to actually enable them to fulfill their motive that we are all safe and are on the right track, we have to ask for their help. Now what happens, a lot of times I've been asked this question, that if angels are there to guide us, if they are there to protect us, why is it so that sometimes we go on the wrong path, or we do something which is not right, but angels do not stop us to do so? For example, we are doing something and we cheat, or we steal something, although we are not, our conscience does not allow us, but still we do it. So why do not angels stop us? So the reason behind this is that angels never interfere with our free will. We as human beings have been given this life, and we have given the full freedom to live our lives the way we want to. If we want to be happy, it's our choice. It's completely our choice. If we want to crib and complain, again it's our choice. We want to be rude to someone, we want to be polite to someone, we want to hate some people, we want to love people. It's completely our choice. So it's completely our free will to live the way we want to live. So if at all we want to take help from the angels, we have to ask for their help. So it's very important to be vulnerable and surrender and ask for guidance. Nobody will judge you. Angels do not judge in the spiritual realm. There is nothing called judgment. So hi Deepika. So there is nothing called judgment there. So you can be vulnerable, you can be surrender yourself completely to angels and ask for their help. Now, how do you ask for the help from the angels? How do you invite them? So there is no special prayer, there are no special words that you use. You can use any kind of a prayer. You can make your own prayer. It can be in any language. You can say it aloud. You can say it in your mind. You can write it down like a letter to the angels. You can meditate and connect with them. So there are various ways to get answers. Angel card reading again is another way to get answers, for any of your questions. Now, a few things to be kept in mind when we, ask for help. First is that since you are asking for help, it has to be a very, very polite prayer. Use the words which are very soft, sweet, and polite. Always address the angels, with love. You can call them dear angels, my dear angels, lovely angels, or just simply angels, which is fine. And your intentions has to be very, very clear. That is the main thing. Whatever words you use, the intentions has to be very clear. Have complete faith in the angels. The prayer can be, a one-liner prayer, like, dear angels, please come and help me in so and so situation. Please let me know what should I do for this. I'm stuck. I need your help. Please guide me. Please help me. So whatever words you use is absolutely fine. And last, but the most important thing is, hi Madhubhabi, the most important thing is to be grateful. So whenever you end the prayer, you always say thank you. So thank you is a very, very, very important, thing to say whenever you are saying a prayer to the angels. Always thank the angels. The more you are grateful for to the angels, the more things you will get in your life to be grateful for. So hi Minakshi. So any prayer is absolutely fine. Also, the prayer does not have to be consistent. Suppose you are saying, you're calling your angels 10 times in a day. So every time the prayer can be different. It does not matter that you have to learn a prayer or learn certain words, but of course you can do that if you wish to, right? So this is how we connect with the angels and communicate with them. Now, how do we get answers from them? We have asked our questions, we connected with them, we have called them for help. Now how do we get the answers? So there are few very important things. Is angels generally communicate with us through symbols and signs. So we have to we have to pay attention to the signs and symbols around us. First of all, whenever we ask a question, we have to be very, very in a very calm state of mind. We have to be very neutral, because a lot of times when we ask any question, we have preconceived notion that I want to hear the answer as a yes, or I want to hear the answer as a no. So if you have this already kind of an answer in your heart or mind, so that is the energy vibrations that you are giving out, and you will get an answer which you want to hear. So whenever you ask a question, be very neutral, be very open and receptive to receive whatever guidance, whatever answers the angel are telling you to. Never influence the outer situation. The moment you influence the outer situation with the energy that you are having, the answer that you get is what you want to hear and not what the angels are trying to communicate to you. There are basically majorly 4 ways that you get the answers. One is being clairvoyant, which means that you can see from your mind's eyes for whatever thing you are asking for, whatever guidance you need. You can, you see images, you see visuals. So this is one way. Second is being clairaudient, which means that you can simply, when you ask a question, you can just hear the angels saying something in your ear. You can, hear clearly. So that is being clairaudient. Hi Astha. Third is being clairsentient. Clairsentient means that when you feel that something is right for me to do. For example, you want to, ask a certain question, from the angels, and you have this feeling from inside that, I should do this. So this is again, a guidance from your angels. So pay attention to it. You might be clairsentient, which means that you feel that you should do something for this particular situation. Fourth is being claircognizant, which means that you just know that this is the right thing to do, without any knowledge of how it is to be done, without any knowledge of when to do it. You just know that this is to be done. So when you ask for guidance or help or assistance from the angels, if you are claircognizant, you will just know that this is what I should do. So what happens is, these are 4 basically psychic abilities which a person possesses or does not possess, and you can develop these. If you wish to do a course with me on angel healing, we can help you develop 1 or more of these psychic abilities. Now if we say that we do not have either of these abilities to get guidance from the angels, so how do we get answers? Again, as I said, that angels communicate with us through signs and symbols. So pay attention to whatever symbols. If you get any symbols, if you get any angel numbers that you see all the time, for example 123 123, you see in a 10 times in a day. For example, you see a watch and you see 123. So that's again a sign from the angels. So the various ways that you can get guidance from the angels are, for example, let's say you want to ask, you have got a great job opportunity and you want to ask the angels whether you should take up this job or not. Now let's say you are thinking this thing and you have asked in your mind that, please angels, guide me whether I should take up this job or not. Now when you've asked your question, do not be anxious that you get the answer immediately. There is no restriction of time and space in the spiritual realm. So do not fix a particular time that I should get my answer, and don't be anxious. The more anxious you get, the more delayed the answer becomes, and you do not get a clear reply. So for example, you are asking the angels to please guide whether I should take up this job or not, and suddenly you overhear somebody talking, saying no. For example, somebody is talking and you overhear the word no. So this is like a symbol, a sign from the angels saying that no, you should not take up this job. Or you hear a yes, or you see a pamphlet which say yes, which say a great opportunity, or something like you should go for it, go ahead. So these are all signs from the angels that that are saying that yes, you should take up this job, or no, you should not take up this job. Yes, Kavita, 1111 and 1313, these are all angel numbers. So which means if you are not already connected with the angels, they are trying to communicate with you. A lot of times, like I said, you have free will, and unless you ask for your for the help from the angels, they do not interfere. So if you these numbers, this means that they are trying to communicate with you. There might be certain thing that you are looking for, you're not able to get the answers to, so angels are trying to give you the answers. You can connect with me later to know the meanings of these numbers, or you can do the course with me. We will learn about the angel numbers in there as well. So so these are the various signs, like you overhear somebody, you watch television and a program, you hear something, you see something. For example, you're driving and you're asking the angels for something, and you see a billboard, you get an answer there. Maybe you receive a message on your phone call, which is probably a guidance from your angels. You receive a phone call. So there are various ways that angels communicate to us. The only thing is that we have to be very, very attentive to these signs and symbols. Whenever we ask any question to the angels, we have to first not be anxious to receive the answer, not be very do not have to influence the outer circumstance to change the answer. Be very, very open and very, very receptive to whatever signs and symbols, whatever answer is coming to us. Do not have any doubt. Do not have any doubt. Just be very, very clear that yes, whatever angels are telling me is for my highest good. Observant and should believe in these signals and a gut feeling. Yes, Asta, absolutely. So we have to look for these signs, and if we have asked the questions, so these we have to look for these signs and believe in them. Your belief is very, very important. I initially, when I started doing angel healing about 7-8 years back, so what happens is if I ask something and I did not want to hear this answer, I used to ask the question again. I used to ask the question 3 times, 4 times, and if even 4 times I used to get the same answer, I was like, no, it's not working, because what happens is what I want to hear, I'm not getting. So I was giving this vibrational energy outside that I want to hear this answer. So 5th time if I ask that question, the answer what I want to hear is what I hear, and I say, oh, see, now it is fine, So ultimately you are not taking the guidance from the angels, rather you are influencing and giving you your own answers, so which is not right. So whatever answer you get in the first place, take it, believe in it, and just work through it. Sometimes the answers come to us in a very cryptic form and we're not able to understand what the angels are trying to tell us. So what we can do is we can ask the angels again to reaffirm. Please reconfirm, angels, what are you trying to tell? I am not able to understand. I request you to please clearly give me the answer. Right? You can ask, if you are not able to understand the message clearly in the first go, you can ask 2nd time, 3rd time, 4th time. But the moment you understand, the moment you know that this is what the guidance is, please believe in it and work with it. Deja vu is something to do with past lives, Neetu. It is not nothing to do with angels as such, but deja vu is something to do with past lives. That's a separate topic altogether. So these are the ways that angels communicate with us. Now, when we connect with the angels, how do we know that they are present with us? One is, of course, angel numbers, as Kavita also mentioned, that she sees the numbers 1111, 1313 again and again. So this is a sign that they want to communicate with us, and this is a sign that they want to tell us something. Now, other ways to know that angels are present around us and they are there to they want to communicate with us are, one is feathers. A very, very common thing is to see feathers. If you see a feather, which means that angels are there around us, they are trying to tell us something, their presence is there. Sometimes it's just that they are trying to tell you that you are being loved, you are being protected, so you do not have to worry about anything. Then second is butterflies. Seeing butterflies again is a sign of angels around you. Seeing coins is again another very beautiful way of seeing angels or feeling the presence of angels around you. Then sometimes what happens, you're sitting in a room and suddenly the temperature of the room changes and you feel very warm and love in your body. You have neither increased or decreased the temperature of the AC, nor you have touched the regulator of the fan, but suddenly the temperature of the room changes and it becomes very warm and it becomes very you feel very loving from inside. So this is again a sign of angels being present around you and to make sure that you are being loved and you are being protected. I accidentally touched a butterfly. Butterfly, yes, Shilpa, butterfly is a sign of angels being around you. They are telling you that you are being loved. If you are going through a low time, if you are going through some problem, angels are trying to tell you that do not worry, ask for my help, ask for my guidance, and I will be there to help you. So as I said, you can just say a small prayer requesting angels to come and guide you. Right? So change in the room if they show signs of communication, what should we do? So whatever communication, Diksha, whatever answers you get from the angels, whatever guidance you get, you have to work through that. For example, the angels are trying to tell you, yeah, you're welcome, Shilpa. So suppose the angels are trying to tell you, start meditating, so that is a sign that the angels are guiding you to meditate. So work on that. Take out time every day in your daily routine to meditate. This is what the angels, so maybe through meditation you will get your answers or whatever you're trying to look for. So whatever communication angels are trying, if you're not able to, so what happens is, I don't know if you're asking me this, if you're not able to understand what they are trying to tell you. So if you're not able to understand their communication in one go, you can ask for clarity from the angels again. Ask them to reconfirm that what are they trying to tell you. Ask them that I am not able to understand, angels, please tell me very clearly what you are trying to say, and so that I am able to understand. Tell me in very clear words or very clear language, so they will communicate to you accordingly. And you have to follow whatever guidance they give you, right? And change in the room temperature, like I said. Another way is, suddenly you get an idea that, wow, this is what I should do, How we can come to the conclusion, answer yes or no from angels. Neetu, it's again, angels will tell you the way you understand. Either you will see a very clear yes or no written somewhere. You will hear somebody saying yes or no. You would probably not hear a yes. You will hear it's a great idea, it's a brilliant idea. You will probably hear go ahead. Or you will see your, maybe you see your favorite color. You understand, if you see, if you're asking a question or you see your favorite color, you're very happy seeing it, maybe it's a yes from the angels. So you have to give attention to all these signs. Maybe it would not be a clear yes or no. It might be a clear yes or no. And sometimes if you're not able to understand if it is a yes or no, I'm repeating again, I said earlier also, you can again ask the angels what they are trying to tell. Kavita, I see butterflies daily. Yesterday, very beautiful butterfly came to my room. I do regular meditation morning for last 1 month. That's great, Kavita. Great to know that you are meditating. It's a wonderful, wonderful way to, calm your mind, be at peace. And butterflies are a sign of, angels being around you. So I'll tell you a very small example. The other day I was just sitting in my room and I was talking to angels and I was trying to ask something, and I was very confused about something, and I just asked the question. I put out the question to the angels and I just left it. After about probably 3 or 4 hours, I saw a small white feather near my room door. I do not know where the feather came from. Nobody went out of the house, nobody came in, the windows were closed, the door was closed. I don't know. I just knew that the angels were there and they guided me to the right path. So these are very, very beautiful signs, that to see butterflies, to see feathers, coins, and there are many other signs. Like I said, you get suddenly you get an idea, or you get an opportunity at the right time. Suddenly you want to, let's say you're looking out for a job and suddenly you get a great opportunity, whatever you're looking for. It's again a sign of angels that yes, I am there to help you, and please follow my guidance. So I would request you to make angels a part of your life. Believe you me, guys, it will change your life. You will see miracles. I have been practicing angel healing for almost 7 years now, and I have seen n number of miracles happening with me. I'll give you a very, very nice and very practical example. Whenever we go out to, now of course, this I'm talking prior to the pandemic and all, prior to the lockdown, whenever we go out to a mall or anywhere, we always have to face this issue of parking नहीं मिलता है कि it's a weekend, we'll not get a parking, we'll waste our time roaming around in parking lots and all. What I do, it's like a part of me, now whenever I enter a mall, I just request the angels, dear angels, please help me find a nice parking place and a comfortable parking place. Believe you me, without fail, whenever I enter the parking lot, I say this prayer and I get a parking place very, very easily. It's a very practical example. I have, done this n number of times, and I have got the parking place with the help of angels. It's basically majorly your faith, your patience, and your clear intentions. So these are, very, very important things to do. So ask for help from the angels. You can ask for help. You do not have to think that I'm disturbing the angels by asking them 10 questions, 20 questions. They are there to help us. Ask them whenever you want their help. You want their help 100 times in a day, please ask them. Do not think or hesitate. Be vulnerable in front of them. Surrender. They will not judge you. Rather, they will just guide you and help you. Right? Now, when we say connecting with the angels, angels belong to a spiritual realm where the vibrational frequency is very, very high. So whenever we try to connect with the angels, it is very important that our vibrational frequency as an individual has to be very high. So whenever we are feeling low, we are feeling dull, we are feeling down, it is very difficult to make that connection with the angels. So whenever you are connecting, one is communicating, like I said, you ask for their help, which is absolutely fine. You are stuck somewhere, you want their guidance, you are feeling low, you can connect with, you can ask for the guidance. One thing is connecting with the angels and going through the healing process. Connecting with when you have to connect with the angels, it's very important to have your vibrational frequency very, very high. If you believe in God and angels, God and angels, we say they are different because it is like a hierarchy. God, you can also say they are like, no, it's absolutely fine, Neetu. You can ask as many questions. I'll be more than happy to answer. God, we also call it as God, universe, divine power, higher power, whatever you want to ask them. They are the highest. It's like a hierarchy. Like in a corporate, you have a director, a vice president, general manager, manager. So this is also a hierarchy. God or the divine or the universe, that's the highest hierarchy. Then comes the archangels, and then comes they are like the managers, the archangels, and then comes the angels, which are the messengers of God. So God has basically given the angels to help us. So if you wish to do the course, you will learn all about the hierarchy of angels. So that is all about it. So when like I said, your vibrational frequency has to be very, very high to be able to connect with the angels and heal with their energies. You can heal yourself once you learn the technique to connect with the angels and to heal with their energies. You will be able to heal any of your problems, any and all of your problems. Your problems, you can heal yourself, you can heal your friends, relatives, family. You can heal, you can take it as a profession and start healing people. So energy healing is a great way to get rid of all your problems. It also releases the deep rooted psychological problems which are there in your subconscious mind for years and years. So now energy, whenever we try to connect with the angels and heal with their energies, what happens is these energies are so powerful, it actually releases the basic cause of the problem. what we say is, whatever problem you have, like a small headache to a big problem like a tuberculosis or a cancer, these all are created by us. It is all created by our thoughts. So when we change our thoughts, when we release these negative thoughts with the power of energy, with the power of angelic light and energy, it hits the root cause and it clears the patterns, the negative patterns, and once the root cause is clear, you heal completely. So it does take time to heal, but it attacks the root cause and it clears from the root. That is why it takes time, but it is a sure short healing technique. Right now, how do you increase your vibrational frequency? There are ways to increase your vibrational frequency to connect with the angels. One, of course, is meditation. Meditation is, I always tell everyone to try and inculcate meditation in your life. Make it a part of your life. Make meditation, make it a routine. Take out, if not more, at least 5 minutes. At least 5 minutes every day to meditate. There is, of course, there are ways to meditate, but even if you sit with your eyes closed and deep breathe and be at calm for 5 minutes, it's a great way to start, into meditation. Meditation is a great way to increase your vibrational frequency. Second, of course, are these energy healing techniques like Reiki, Ho'oponopono, and other things. Of course, if you are not a pro at it, if you have not learned Reiki, there are other ways. One is music. Yes, Neetu. Music is a great way to increase your energy frequency. Whenever you hear music, you go in a different world. You are, pepped up. You are happy. You are in a different zone, and you feel like really, really, pepped up. So, which is a way that your vibrational frequencies are increasing. Another way to increase your vibrational frequency are nature walks. Be as close to nature as possible. If it is possible for you to, take a walk in the park, or, every day, if you can do that for at least 10-15 minutes, it's a great way to, be close to nature, which will increase your vibrational and energy frequency. A lot of times we say that we are tired of this routine and we need a break. So what we do, we go to a hill station or we go to beaches. What are these places? These are all places, close to nature. When we go to a hill station, we see mountains, and we see the serenity of the place there, and we are so happy. We feel so energetic from inside, and when we come back to our normal life, we say yes, we are rejuvenated and we're absolutely back with a bang, and we can start our life back again. So these are all ways to be close to the nature. This is again another way to increase your energy frequency. Another very important thing is your diet. Having processed food, having these fast food burgers and pizzas, these reduce your vibrational frequencies. The more processed food you have, the less your vibrational frequency will be. I am not saying stop eating these foods. I also eat them, but of course, limit the quantity, limit the number of times that you eat processed food and these fast food. So you can have it probably once a week. It's there is a rule to it. It's just you can set your own rules. So as much as possible, try to have fresh fruits, vegetables, regular diet. This will all increase your vibrational frequency. Another very important thing is to have water. Keep yourself hydrated. It is very, very important to have lots of water. It increases your vibrational frequency. If you are dehydrated, your energy goes very, very low. So have lots of water. Whenever the clients come to me for healing also, the first thing I tell them to do is, please have at least 2 glasses of water so that you are hydrated well enough to receive great energy. So these are the ways to increase your vibrational frequency, and you can connect with the angels once your frequencies are very, very high. So guys, if you have any questions till now, I'm more than happy to take them. You can write in the comment section and I'll be happy to answer, and then I will move on to the angel card reading. Okay, so right. Okay, I don't see any questions, so let us move on to the angel card reading. Like I said, getting answers from the angels we can get in in various forms, in signs and symbols. And one of the most promising ways that we get answers from the angels and guidance from the angels are the angel cards. I don't know if many of you have heard about angel cards, but you must have heard about tarot card reading. Now, angels and tarot, the concept is similar, but here we connect with the angels and get the answers. Tarot is a different way to get answers. Of course, I'm not saying it is one is right and the other is wrong. That is a different science. This is a different science, but it's a great way to get answers from these readings. And it's one of the most powerful ways to get your answers. The concept is similar to tarot card reading, but again we connect with the angels and get the answers. Now again, few things to be kept in mind is, first, whenever you ask a question, be very, very specific as to what do you want to ask. Don't be vague. Sometimes we do not even know what do we want to ask. हमें समझ ही नहीं आता कि हम पूछना क्या चाहते हैं. What are we trying to get at? So be very specific and clear on what you want to ask from the angels. Your question does not have to be a very specific question all the time. You can also ask for a general message. Please, angels, guide me or give me any message that you would like to share with me. It can be a general guidance and general reading as well. So one is that. Second is, be very, very neutral. Do not influence the environment, as I said earlier also, by what you are trying to listen to. Do not give the do not have anything in mind that I want to hear a yes, I want to hear this answer, I want to hear a no, or whatever. So do not influence. Just be very neutral whenever you are asking the question. Be very, very calm and at peace. Then be very open and receptive. As I said earlier also, whatever answer comes, please believe in it and follow it. So Harleen, I just a second, I will be I can take few questions, why not? This is the angel card deck that I use. These are the oracle cards. There are various decks that has come up in the market now, but this is the deck that I've been using since I started doing angel healing, and it is there with me till now. It has a small guidebook. It has a small guidebook for beginners if you wish to learn angel card reading. Of course, it's a part of the angel healing course that I do. Yes, Neetu, I will do a general reading for you and for a general reading for everyone who is looking at this live right now. So let me first do a general reading for people who are right now live with me. So whenever we do an angel card reading, we have to energize the cards. You can do it with Reiki, you can meditate on them, you can just synchronize your energy with the angel cards. So let's do a general card reading for the people who are watching live here. It could resonate with you, since it's a very, very generic reading. It could resonate with you or it could not resonate with you. See what card I got, Neetu. It's a card which says peace. So what does it mean? It's a general reading for people who are watching live here. Is you have to either the peace is missing in your lives, which is giving me an indication that you should start meditating. It's a very, very clear sign. Start meditating for at least 5 minutes a day and inculcate peace, in your life. And also, Neetu, when I asked this question, since it was for this, I also get this, a guidance from the angels that the group as such will be very, very, peaceful and without any conflicts. That's a beautiful card to get. And okay, let me do reading for, let me just take 3 questions. I would not be able to do more. I have another session, guys. So I will take 3 questions. I think I got Harleen earlier. Okay. Harleen, you said career stability for Sumit. So what do you mean? Please be very specific. What exactly you wish to know for Sumit? I do not need the date of birth for this. Date of birth is required for numerology. Since we are doing angel card reading, I just want to have a very clear question. What do you mean by career stability? What do you wish to know? Is he looking for a change? Is he not happy with the job, or please let me know what exactly do you wish to know. Kavita, okay, so this is a general reading for Kavita. Let us see what angels are trying to tell us. Kavita, any message for you? Kavita, the card that has come to me, I don't know if you can see, it says compassion. Soften your heart with respect to the situation. So whatever thing that you are going through, if there's any situation that you are going through, and there are probably other people involved in that situation, try to look at the situation in a very compassionate manner. Do not judge. Do not yeah, Harleen, just a sec. Do not judge. Do not jump to conclusions. Do not think that you are right. Be very, very compassionate, because the people around you, or the people who are involved in that situation, they will be able to come to a conclusion for whatever you are trying to say. You have to be very, very compassionate. Also, it could also mean, since you said it's a general reading, it could also mean that inculcate compassion. Maybe you are not a very compassionate person. Quite possible a lot of people are not, which is absolutely fine. You can inculcate this habit. Be compassionate towards people. Be helpful towards people. It will be for your highest good. It will help you in your life. Harleen, his career prospect. Is he looking for a job change, Harleen? Or is he not having a job right now? Or is he starting his own business? Please let me know a clear question. Till then, if there's anybody else, I can take 1 or 2 more questions. Harleen, is he looking for a job change? Or is he not having any career right now and is he looking for one? Is he wanting to do a job stability? So basically, what I understand is that he is into a job and want to understand whether he will be continuing in it or not. Right? This is what I understand. Diksha just said, let me just do it for her. This is for Sumit, sorry, not for Harleen. Okay. So this is for Sumit. Let's see. What I understand is that he's already in a job and he wants to understand whether the job will be, he will be continuing with it or no, or is there any instability. Wow, there are, Harleen, the card that has come to me is moon cycles, which says, there could be ways that the way the moon, the full moon is there, then it goes through days, it goes down and a new moon comes in, and again, like the moon cycle goes, there is a certain instability in his job. I do not know whether it is he is unhappy in the job or it is because of the corona pandemic that there is some instability. Yes, I can see that. But again, with the help of, you have to, tell him to start asking for guidance from the angels and, start meditating. It is very, very important. and it will be good for him if he meditate on a full moon day. It will help him more in his job stability. The day where, I don't know if you have ever done a full moon meditation. It's a very, very beautiful meditation to do it on a full moon. Yes, it is, because okay, Harleen. So tell him that he should meditate on a full moon day for at least 5 full moons. It will be better for him for his job. Okay, just a minute. I've got Diksha. Guide me on financial stability for Dhruv. So Diksha, are you going? Is Dhruv going through some financial problems, or what is it? Please let me know. Is there a financial problem that is he going through? Is there any trouble? Okay, till that time, let me do Jasbir's reading. Invested in property since last 10 years, not received possession of my flat. Okay, this reading is for Jasbir, where she says that she has not received possession of the flat. This card that has come to me, Jasbir, it says you know what to do. So I believe that there are certain advices that you have been getting from okay, Diksha, just a sec. Jasbir, there are certain advices that you might have get from people that what you should do, and I feel that there is something that you wish to do. There is something, either you want to I don't know, talk to the builder, or you all the flat owners can actually be together and probably file a case. I don't know, there is something that you know that you should do, but you are stopping yourself from doing it. So the angels are telling me to, yes, please go ahead, you know what you have to do to get the possession. So there is some advice you already know, but you are not taking it. Probably you are thinking twice, probably there is some risk involved, but the angels are telling me to please go ahead and do whatever is there in your mind. Diksha, okay, he is not yet stable in terms of earnings. So let us see about the financial. It's a little vague question, Diksha, but let me see. Okay, this is for Dhruv about his finances. Let us see what are his finances like and what the future is. Oops. The card has fallen, so I don't know if that's a good sign. Let me take out another card. Okay. Right, clairvoyance. So, Diksha, for Dhruv, I have again got moon cycles. Again, the same way that I got the card for Harveen. So again, there is some instability, some insecurity that he is having right now. I would suggest you again, tell Dhruv to do a full moon meditation for at least 5 moon cycles. It will be great for him. And I think he has this intuitive ability to he has this intuitive ability. He knows that what's going to happen in the future. I'm not saying that he can literally see, but yes, he has this intuitive ability. So with meditation, he can actually increase and make his psychic ability, develop his psychic ability of clairvoyance. So he will be able to know what he should do in the future. So yes, there is some instability in his earnings. Tell him to meditate on a full moon day, right? Okay, I guess it's time, and thank you guys. Thank you for being here with me, and thank you, Neetu, once again. He does, you're right. Great, Diksha. If he does, it is very, very good. Ask him to continue. His finances will get better. But tell him not to get anxious and just be very, very calm when he meditates, right? Great. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. And I hope you, you like this live. If you wish to do a course on angel healing, you can, register on my website. It is www.adorn-life.com. It is ADORN-life, ADORN, adorn-life.com. You can register there. Thanks, Neetu. And also for members of Wandering Minds, there is a special discount I am giving on the Angel Healing course. It's at flat 20%. If you visit my website, it is a full fee, it is a full energy exchange written, but only for Wandering Minds members. If you come through Wandering Minds with the reference, it's a flat 20% off, and the calendar of events is there on my website for October. So there are other courses as well if you wish to do, or you can also connect with me on WhatsApp. My number is 9910927669. Great, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Neetu, can you ask? Yes, is Ipsita, you are saying something? Sorry, I was just about to log out. Thanks, Neetu. It's completely my pleasure. Neetu, is Ipsita asking something? I'm not too sure. I didn't see her question. Sorry, Ipsita, if it's an angel card reading, I've already finished that. If you wish to do the course, I also teach angel card reading in the angel healing course. It's all part of it, and also it's a certified course, guys. You will get a proper certificate and the angel healing manual, and you can start your own practice once you finish the course with me. Neetu, I have another session. I'm sorry, I won't be able to take any more questions right now. I can do another session with you guys some other time. Yeah, great. Great. Okay. Thanks, Ipsita. If you can always connect with me, personally. I'll help you on that. Right. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Neetu. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.